If you haven't watched Avatar yet, go watch it. You'll understand exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I saw that
The
reference.
women in Avatar are really scary, bro.
I saw that reference
Yeah.
on your social media. I hope you haven't gotten into trouble.
I was out of the house before I put that up because I'm smarter than that.
So are you returning to the house?
I'll have to update you once I try to get back into the house later. But Blue Zone hot drop here for Sem9 as MDH aims for the exact same thing as well. Everybody wants those good loot, but only one team's going to be able to walk away safely.
What is this, MDH? What are that one round that they decide to not go for Refinery? That place is now open for business. And they hot drop into Sem9 and they're winning against Sem9. What in tarnation is happening?
Yeah, unfortunately for hey, they turn it around. Raja, opportunity now. Can he get the team right back in here? Don't go for the revive, boy. You gotta keep your head down and try to get a couple of more frags first. It's a 1v2. Raja can get this done, especially those CQCs. He's got the double barrel shotgun in his hands. Raja backs away, needs to find a good defensive position for himself, perhaps even loot up a couple of more items before he gets the deed done. Tagged up by Don't Cry, and in the meantime, Farang bringing back the rest of MDH into the game.
Yeah, this is a curveball by MDH and it worked out brilliantly for them. Just props to MDH. On the other side is VGM dropping members to Access Esports. They did get one knockdown and that person is Raph, but unfortunately VGM could not deliver the finishing blow, so Neptune will bring his buddy back up. VGM might just be forced to leave this area if they can. With the members of Access swarming downstairs, that should be an impossible task.
Teabagging his own teammate. I don't think that was necessary.
I think it revives him faster.
I don't think it revives you faster. But as well as Wantan, making me hungry as I say his name. Access Esports, opportunity to finish off V Gaming as well. They just need to step on down and take this fight. But V Gaming has got a lot of room to kind of work around with, but not many of those medkits all glue walls. So Ban has to take this, and he gets that fight on his side, only to be turned around. That backstab was too good, and Ref once again goes down.
And KOG, they just sent someone, Oscar, to be perched up on top of the tower. Access,
GG.
they saw that happening, but KOG, it seems like they're committing to this push on the confinement. Access might not be fully prepared for this though, as Osaka, he's just gonna start delivering some of those shots. Kevin is also on that elevated ground. The grenade flying down, this is a big one, just bounces a bit far than he would have liked.
If only it didn't hit the container, I think Flame would have gotten taken out of the equation and Raph would have gone down again. Unfortunate Raph! No, that's just an ice grenade. That's just going to tickle them just a tad bit. Neptune heals himself right back up. Access Esports not in a lot of trouble. Now, one of the benefits of being on this lower ground is that headshot becomes so much more easier, but the positioning of the players of KOG spread out across 3 different locations, all playing the high ground. You peek out, you're going to get shot down.
And Oscar, he just relocated himself. We are seeing this triangular attack onto the members of Access Esports. And I do not think that they were able to sneak anyone away. If anything, well, actually they did. So Access Esports were able to get the rest of the squad back. Flame will be sacrificed, but the team lives on. That also allowed VGM to escape with Wantan. So at the end of the day, both teams, had a silver lining to look at.
We're going to call Wantan just one moving forward. I so desperately want some Wantan mee now.
I was about to ask if it's a form of food, but it's not. Wantan mee is, but Wantan probably not.
I was shocked when you said is Wantan mee food. I'm like, huh? What? Never mind. King of Gamers, Access Esports, final guy. Obviously, he's going to go down. Unfortunate for Flame. He was left high and dry, but the revival should be coming through any... No, they're just going to make the guy wait.
They can wait. There are 3 more guys alive. I think VGM are in a more pressing position. First Raiders, bouncing off the confidence that they had in the past 2 rounds, are just going to run down Gem Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
4v1. Easy knockdown for Lozzy, easy pick off. Too bad, not able to provide any sort of assistance.
I am going to be on the First Raiders bandwagon moving forward. It's all about the underdog story as I started the day off with. And I think First Raiders are now that underdog that I am going to be in full support of. Too bad, getting pinched from 2 different sides. Souza, what a nade! But the time turner saves, too bad. And he gets away. He has got the grappling hook. Reposition, Souza. Open shot! Down on the ground you go, baby.
Good attempt from Too Bad, but there was just too much firepower from First Raiders. So the third point easily secured. Farang still not out of the round just yet, as Spade and Jespu very much spread out. They do have one control of a revival point near the sub, and that's where Farang loves to start off from. So they should continue going. A lot of these early encounters have happened, and so far MDH are the team that's in the lead, team that wiped out Sem9 early on. Rest of the squad are still pretty much quiet.
I miss my old studio that had a little bit of soundproofing. I can't shout so much in this current studio. My voice is bouncing off of the walls, hurting my own ear. I'm sorry, Husky.
It's okay, it's okay.
You should be used to it by now.
I was forged in fire. 2 straight years, it's fine.
Guys got proper training already.
Yes, I am.
Probably damaged those eardrums quite a while ago.
According to science, probably not. Probably not. We're not at that point yet.
Maybe some micro tears and then they recovered and now you've got stronger eardrums. You got to thank me, man.
Wait, yes, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anxiety. Shomai, outside of the circle. Guys is waiting in a corner. Nobody else is in or around his compound, but he just wants to stare at a wall. He put himself in a timeout.
Gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You know, it's like the... What do you call that animal? A possum?
Uh-huh.
You play dead. Sort of. Like, you can't really play dead in Free Fire, but if you don't make a sound, then chances are you're gonna survive. It's just kind of it's a very like battle royale thing where you just hang out in the blue zone and then you just wait it out and just hope you get the timing right to survive longer. That's what makes it fun, actually.
This early, the circle's not really gonna hurt him all that too much.
Yeah, he's fine. There's actually a revival point at the sub if he just waits a bit longer. I think Farang is probably gonna make a move in just the next minute or two. Maybe the next circle, which is happening in 20 seconds.
Let's see if not V Gaming can kind of circle around away from Axis Esports, who are definitely hunting for the guy. They're looking on the wrong side of this hill. That doesn't matter. That's a saving grace for V Gaming for Wantan, as he's going to be able to survive this encounter for the time being. Let's see if or not that circle's going to be on his side, though, because it has started moving and Wantan's going to get tagged up pretty badly. There is a vending machine right in front of him at Council Hall, so maybe he's going to buy back one team member first before heading on in for the circle. That will be a good idea. If he doesn't, then it's going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, Access Esports have already moved away from that location, so for Wantan it will be a good time if he decides to move right now. It really just comes down to his instinct, I think. Axis, on the other hand, they are going to be in close proximity with Team Flash, but on the other hand, you have Heavy taking on KOG, and this is the Heavy special. You love to see it. Sending both Tom XT and Fudai into the mix, and then you have Buffalo playing that long range, and by now it is a staple of Heavy. So far, KOG, they have no intention of taking this fight at all. They are just retreating away far as they can, and that gives Heavy a very free compound to take control of.
I love Heavy because they've got Buffalo in the squad. I'm a huge fan of Bob Marley. Can't stop thinking. Every single time you say his name, just keep thinking of the song Buffalo Soldier. Just plays in my head over and over again. I'm not kidding. It really happens and it's very distracting.
Yeah, my zodiac sign is Ox, so Buffalo is a very close relative to my zodiac sign.
Your zodiac sign is what?
Ox.
Ox. I heard Ark. I'm like, what kind of a zodiac
Ox,
is that?
the cow. So Buffalo is a very close cousin.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Love oxtail soup. Used to love oxtail soup. I'm going vegetarian these days.
Yeah, you've talked about it.
Miss my oxtail soup for sure.
You can have a cheat day every now and then.
Nah, maybe chicken, not beef.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I do well with beef. Hey, Zach. What a headshot! Took Bio's head right off with that one. And the rest of Team Flash approaching Axis. Neptune is gonna get caught out here. Flash recovers Bio. Neptune backs away. And Raph getting very aggressive, but that wall animation I thought was going to be the end of him, but he still manages to shut down Shin. That's the 666 Raph that we used to know in the past. But Yan Bin now, opportunity, but a great blue wall pulled out by the guy. But the circle doing the damage as well. Raph running out of time.
Yeah, trapped in a horrible spot. There's no way he's getting out of that one. Neptune is the last guy alive. Team Flash should be able to clean this up. They will just send everyone after Neptune. Access Esports out of the round in 11th place. Nothing much that they could do. Just caught in a bad spot. And oh, I like this circle. This circle very much towards the northern side, in fact.
Axis caught in a bad spot, and again, it's a very, very strong team. I'm just so in love with the way Team Flash plays some of these engagements. Wantan survives, buys back one player. No, two players actually. Ban's in as well, but I don't think V-Game is going to have a good round here, because those players are all spread out with barely any compound to loot up for themselves. And that's going to be, and I say that, Wantan goes down, X-Roy takes that shot, Expand still alive and kicking. We'll catch up with them in a little bit, but it's just an ice grenade that still takes out Konoha. What?
I mean, yeah, direct impact damage. It's unlucky.
Oh, no.
I just want to say that they've added water to Kalahari. It's a resource that is very, very scarce. For a moment, I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me, but apparently not. Does change the landscape a bit, though, for this final circle.
It does. It actually does. So let's see if or not this desert can get a little bit of a refreshing twist. As Farang, out in the open, now has to go up against MDH. And one good defensive compound to play with here for Don't Cry, who repositions. Jembal down on the ground. That LMG doing the dirty, and New K finishes him off as well.
MDH just having such a good defense. They actually bought time from Farang as well with that trip mine that Farang destroyed, but that gave so much time for MDH to work with, and Farang are just decimated. 10 points thus far. Axis, ooh, well, almost ran into that grenade, and thankfully there's a building protecting them. They're getting pushed by Dewa. In fact, Heavy is behind. And we've seen this story a lot of times before.
Yeah, this is a 4v4. Let's see exactly how they do against the Indonesians. This is going to be a true test for Expand. They turn around this wall. They will have the advantage because it's going to be a sniper versus a shotgun.
Oh, no.
Doesn't happen. Axel goes down. A little unfortunate. V-Gaming finally gets taken out as anticipated. And the one to put the final bullet in is Shin from the side of Flash. Dewa still alive and kicking. It's a 4v3. Sorry, a 3v3. As Axel did manage to get taken down a little bit earlier on. Virus Cobra from afar, who's focusing on a totally different fight.
Yeah, this is very dangerous because Heavy are repositioning. You know that Heavy wants blood. They've done this so many times. Cobra does get the kill. They do take out KOG, freeing up a bit of breathing space, but behind them is Team Flash. Expand, you gotta do something right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not finishing off Dewa. They're waiting. They're wasting too much of time. Heavy's gonna... I mean, the best saving grace for Expand is gonna be that Flash starts engaging with Heavy and they get a little bit more time to finish off Dewa here. But they need to get the job done right here, right now. One player goes down. Expand has the advantage. Axel got picked right back up. It was a too-fast grenade. Cobra does manage to find Virus as well. One final survivor on the side of Dewa. And yes, Heavy is preoccupied with Flash. So Expand should be able to get the deed done and circle around into the next safe zone.
Yeah, and Rain, he's trying to spoil the fun. Tom XT actually almost gets taken down, and Cobra gets a freebie onto Toby, bringing Expand up to just 5 points. Heavy, very preoccupied with Team Flash, who are literally just isolated on top of the water. Tom XT does go down thanks to Bloody with the charge buster. And Buffalo, he's trying to look for an angle to support his team. So far, no luck with that. Me now deciding that there's no point pushing his luck. In fact, MDH turns their attention to Expand. Too fast, caught out in the open and taken out.
Yep, this is just a little bit too slow of a rotation for Too Fast and Gang. X-Roy, though, has the AC-80. Rue's going to get punished for that maneuver a little bit earlier on. Flash still taking the fight against Heavy, so that gives Expand a little bit more room to circle around into the next safe zone. As Flash gets taken out by the circle, it is Heavy who has an opportunity now. As Dewa gets eliminated by MDH. MDH doing a lot of work, but here comes Expand and the potential revenge as well.
Dude, the water changed so much of how these teams rotate. Expand could not take a separate path. It's a 2 versus 2, though. Unfortunately for Expand, they have to somehow find isolated fights and win them. Nero against X-Roy will be kind of the first 1v1 that we see, but X-Roy decides to go the long route. Nuke, preoccupied. X-Roy needs to win just one. Runs out of ammunition at the end. Me now gets nuked down. But for MDH, they have extra members to back it up, so X-Roy is going to be the receiver of the brunt of that assault.
But this round is a very well done round for Team Expand. in the top 3 already. Just needs to survive a little bit more, but Farang finds Cobra up on top of the roof, puts him out of the equation. 2 more teams left here. Heavy looking for that very solid booyah, but MDH surely the ones who deserve it this time around. Heavy circles around, playing ring around the Rosie, around all of those glue walls, and that one nade by Fudai could do the difference, but it is Buffalo who finds Rue.
I mean, Buffalo is just doing all the job. And that is all Heavy needed. Second booyah of the evening. You take your eyes off of Buffalo for just 1 second, and you will lose the round.
MDH though, finding that final circle, doing phenomenally well this time round. They surely won that top 6. And with BGM kind of bowing out a little bit early, Flash as well, that just cuts that distance between that 7th and the 6th place a little bit more. But it is Team Heavy who manages to bring that heavy firepower into the competition once again, looking for that number 1